Breaking horrific news out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Another Christian church attacked, proving yet again that Christians are the single most persecuted religion on planet Earth. There are thousands of Christian churches that have been attacked across Europe, across Asia, across the Mideast, across America. It is the single most targeted religion, and evil has reared its ugly head in Minneapolis. 20 are expected dead, according to initial reports, in the Annunciation Catholic Church in southern Minneapolis. This is a church that was in the middle of their kindergarten through 8th grade schooling day. It had just resumed school, and a man dressed in black, according to witnesses, pepper sprayed mass. So the children were praying. They were in the midst of their morning prayers, and they were attacked. A man with a semi-automatic rifle shot through the stained glass windows, according to one witness who was there in the back of the church at the time, and killed multiple children. According to first responders on the scene, they've called in a mass casualty event. The shooter has been terminated. It is not an active scene. We do not know who the shooter is yet or what their motivation could be, but obvious what the motivation is. Pure and complete demonic possession of someone who wished to target Christian children. Now, we've seen this again and again and again. We're going to get into more details on the trend, which is probably the most horrifying thing about all of this, which is that they're targeting Christian children. They're coming after Christian children for a reason. They want to destroy the West, and they want those who fear God to be fearful of them. And it won't work. But ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to have your head on a swivel. The president has been briefed on this, Donald Trump saying that he has deployed the full force of the federal government to investigate this. Kash Patel and Dan Bongino saying that the FBI is on the scene of the crime, the church surrounded by officers, and some of the images are horrible. The images of the parents weeping here, the images of parents being consoled by other parents. I don't know who these individuals are. All of this is breaking news. All of this is happening right now. Pray. Pray for these families. Pray for Christian kids who are in schools. Now, reminder that not too far away from here, in Michigan, there was a failed attempt at the exact same thing just 1 month ago, when a Christian Bible school, a vacation Bible school as it's called, with a bunch of little children in it, was attacked by a mad gunman who, praise God, got put down at the door by the security guard who said Christian children are under attack. This individual was put down, was run over actually by a truck, and then shot by the security guard, one of the deacons at the church. And so they were doing the same thing. Semi-automatic rifle looking to target Christian children. Local authorities are saying that there has been multiple kids who've been brought to the hospital. Local city council members are saying that the scene is now completely closed. Parents have gone in to get their children, and that the gunman, again, is down. It's the gunman not active. This is a horrific trend, and I'm not sure what needs to be done here, but there are multiple schools where I live where there are police cars parked outside of the school, and there's a police presence outside of the school. This, of course, if you want to harken back just a couple of years ago, and I'm sure that I'm missing other instances of this, but the Christian school shooting in Nashville, that was all caught on camera. It was a horrific event where a absolutely diseased and clearly possessed transgender former student of the school went through and shot up that school as well, killing other students. How long are we going to allow this to happen? How long are we going to let our children be sitting ducks? It's tough as a parent to see this. I don't know what's next, but I do know what we will be covering here on this channel, which is the focus on how to fix it, the focus on what must come next. If there is, and we're not a big proponent of victim groups or anything like that on this channel, but if there is a threat, and an obvious threat, a deadly threat to a true victim group, it is the victim group of organized Christian children who are celebrating, schooling, or worshiping. And you've seen it now across the nation. The number of Christian churches with children in them engaging in schooling activities that have been attacked is now at a level that it's organized terrorism. So we'll look for what's next. Who was the shooter? What was their motivation? Reminder that we still don't have the manifesto of the Nashville shooter. And calling out evil. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the most up-to-date report on this. Pray for these students. Pray for these Christian children in Minneapolis and their families. Pray for safety.
I just want to give folks at home a quick update from, it looks like the Richfield, Minnesota police is now reporting possible 20 victims, which is just catastrophic amount of people. And potentially children included in this victims list. Again, 20 victims being reported by the City of Richfield Police Department there at Annunciation Church. Let's bring in now Bill Malugin, who's going to join me now in this breaking news coverage. Just heartbreaking scene here as we're watching these parents, Bill, come out. And like I said earlier, these are the lucky souls that are able to hold onto their kids and reunite with those kids. We're seeing a young girl right there just crying. And it's hard to think what these kids are going through right now.
Yeah, unimaginable. Aisha, good to be with you. Excuse me. Horrible situation. You were just talking about that update from the Richfield Police Department. That's matching up with what I'm hearing now. Since I got off air about 10 minutes ago, I was shooting out some texts. And again, what I'm being told is a significant amount of victims. Richfield Police confirming that officers on scene are reporting 20 victims. There's been some questions about what does it mean with the shooter being, quote, contained. I'm told by a federal law enforcement source that the shooter is, quote, down. I don't know if that means he's dead or if he's arrested and in custody, but I'm being told the shooter is down. If we go a little bit deeper into that post from the Richfield Police Department, on top of saying that officers reported 20 victims, they're saying that the shooter was a man dressed in all black, armed with a rifle. That was reported at the scene. And again, this has been called out as a mass casualty response for EMS. So, Aisha, we know how it is with these unfortunate shootings. A lot of the initial numbers are going to be wrong when they come out, so we're avoiding those numbers. But we do have it from Richfield Police that officers on scene initially reported 20 victims. Now, we don't know what they mean by victims in terms of injuries or any potential fatalities here. We're going to wait to hear on that. But, Paul, you and I were just talking about this moments ago. We're now hearing a number from police that this shooting is shaping up to be, unfortunately, as bad as we were hearing about an hour ago.